My name is Kunal Lyons. So when I play a game, I mostly play things like first-person shooters, and I'm playing with friends. So I've got like a bunch of friends of mine and a bunch of other people I don't know, and the goal of the game is to make them go dead, and it is very satisfying to do so. There are a ton of games where everything is basically a mini game, and it just boils down to clicking the right thing. I sort of want to stay like as far away from that as possible, like more brain, less tediousness.
Kunal doesn't seem to be impressed with the intellectual abilities of his fellow team members.
You kind of need to make the game make the people interested in whatever they're learning. Same thing you do in school, but probably easier with a game if you do it right.
So he and his team play doctor with a paper prototype.
I'm like Doogie Howser, except I'm younger. Except I'm older, and I'm not Neil Patrick Harris.
Freedom to try on identities. You're trying them all on. You're trying to see what it feels like to be all the different things you might be in life.
What is your name?
My name is Jennifer Smith.
I'm not going to bother asking you your gender. Do you have any allergies?
No.
Okay, well, my medical expertise is telling me that based off your moderately vague but mild symptoms.
Shouldn't I tell you my symptoms first?
Oh, sure, symptoms.
Alright. Shortness of breath, heartburn, irregular heartbeat, and some chest pains or discomfort.
How bad is the chest pain? How often?
It's often.
Well, I definitely go for as much realism as possible. If someone plays it or a teacher gets it for the classroom, they can trust that everything in the game is, basically realistic. Okay, my original diagnosis based off the frequent heart pain would have to be a heart rhythm disorder, because it would make it harder for you to breathe, and then it would cause, pain whenever it would act up, which can be as often as you are unlucky. So I would suggest probably, based off the treatment, I would suggest running the full specialty test to just be extra sure that it's heart rhythm disorder, because you don't want to.
I don't mean to understand all your education or anything, but shouldn't you ask me for further symptoms?
I think I have everything I need.
No, I don't.
Pretty sure it's heart rhythm disorder.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well, does that include, I have some occasional fatigue.
That would be taken well under heart rhythm disorder,
Okay,
because it causes lack of air in your lungs.
I have a little nauseousness.
Heart rhythm disorder.
I'm not lightheaded or dizzy.
Still can be heart rhythm disorder.
I have some coughing and wheezing.
Everyone has coughing when they can't breathe.
I have a little nervousness.
That's not a symptom.
My heartbeat, I can't really explain. And
That's heart rhythm disorder. That's dead on heart rhythm disorder. The rhythm of your heart is disordered.
okay. Well, I'm gonna do some research because I just don't feel like you're really helping me. I'm gonna have to disagree with you. I feel as if I have coronary artery disease.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What's your diet consist of? What do you eat?
Food.
Do you eat good food or bad food?
All food.
Fair enough. You can still just run a specialty test. It would be the best to narrow it down.
I think, well, if I do have coronary artery disease,
The treatments are expensive.
Treatments are expensive, so I think I'm gonna run the lab test for 2 coins.
You didn't pay me for my initial examination. Okay, pass me a die. Just a lab test.
Just a lab test.
Whichever one gets rolled gets eliminated.
This. 2. This one.
You do not have coronary artery disease.
Okay.
You have heart rhythm disorder.
All right. I'll take your word for it. And what are the treatment? What are my options?
The treatments for heart rhythm disorder, you can either have medication. The success rate varies a lot because we're not entirely sure how aforementioned medication works. The side effects are not as bad as you can have an implanted pacemaker, which is expensive, but it
How
has
expensive?
5 coins expensive.
I have 7.
Congrats. Which is very highly successful, but has pretty pretty good chance of side effects, but they're not terrible side effects.
What do you recommend?
Pacemaker, for sure.
All right, I'm gonna take your word for it, and I'll have a pacemaker.
10-sided die. Don't roll a 1. 20-sided die, don't roll a 2 or a 1.
Ow.
2 or a 1.
I don't really know.
Congrats, your implanted defibrillator was implanted in the most defibrillator fashion.
Okay, now shouldn't you check?
Side effects. 10-sided die. You want 9 or 10.
Okay. What about an 8?
Best of luck.
A 3?
You have side effects.
What happens?
The side effects of an implanted pacemaker are most commonly infections, which can be solved usually through antibiotics. I mean, the chance of them persisting is low because you're given antibiotics when you start the
Well,
operation.
how much is this gonna cost?
Fixing the side effects
Yeah.
should be minimal. Should just be antibiotics.
Which would be how many?
Probably a coin.
All right. I'll take the antibiotic.
Yes, you will.
Jennifer was successfully treated.
You are indeed successfully treated.
Now she feels that she should score Kunal for his bedside manner.
I was not satisfied. A 1.
Oh.
Actually,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
My surgery didn't work.
Yes, it did.
I had side effects. All right, then I'll
Oh.
give him a 2.
Everybody has side effects.
You don't know when you take
Everyone's a
your experiment,
critic.
You don't know about your results yet.
Everyone's a panel of people made to make me
yeah.
go poor
Alright,
instead of doing my
2.
job.
So did you feel like your
As a doctor, 'cause I'm a doctor.
prescribed things to you, treated you the way
No.
you were hoping?
He didn't ask me for further symptoms. He just said, when I walked in, I have this.
And was I correct or wrong?
You treated me for it.
Was I correct or wrong? I was correct.